Last time we talked about proportionality and tables. Today we're going to talk about proportionality and graphs. So we're going to use the information below to create a table and determine the constant of proportionality k. So if we have a bike rider rides 18 miles in 1 hour, so 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, we can get a sense of the distances that he will travel. Okay, so in 1 hour, he will obviously go 18 miles. And then 2 is 36. And then we're just going to, it's going to be 3 times 18. So we have 54. Then we have 72. Then we have 5 times 18 is 90. Then we have 108. And then we get 126. Okay, now for each one of these it's going to result in an ordered pair, so we're going to have our XY pair. So it's going to be 1, 18, 2, 36, 3, 54, 4, 72, 5, 90, 6, 108, and 7, 126. So we think of these as ordered pairs, and we want to label our chart here, label our graph space. So clearly we're going to go by ones along this axis. So we can think of, let me grab a text box here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I guess we're only going up to 7, so we only have to go up to 7. 5, 6, 7. And then over here, we want to go up by something other. So make this wide enough that the number actually fits, and see about how much one space is. So we take this and we grab it and move it down here. And we're starting 0 on the line there. And then each one of these goes up. Looks like we should make it one piece bigger to make everything to line up properly. So now we can think of our pen tool here, let me grab my pen tool here, and we get 0 would mean 0. Where's my pen tool? Scribble. So for 0 hours, you would go 0 miles, right? And then for 1 mile, or 1 hour, you would do 18 miles. And then for 2 hours, you would do 36 miles. And you see that it exactly follows this sort of line right here, where it follows right along the axis, or along that 45-degree line. So if we went 3 hours, it'd be 54. If we did 4 hours. Now we'll notice that for a proportional relationship, it always has to go through 0, 0. Our k is 18, and our equation is y equals 18x. Right? But one of the things that you'll want to notice is that the line is always straight. The steeper the line, the bigger the k. The shallower the line, the smaller the k. But it always has to go through that origin. Okay? So when we're looking at this, we compare the graphs and we jot down observations. So these ones, they're straight. And through the origin. This one, don't go through the origin. And remember, the origin is at point 0, 0. Now, proportional graphs can go up like this one, or they can go down like this one, but they have to go through the origin. Alright? Now, let's go ahead and continue. Let's look at these. Proportional relationships are straight and pass through the origin. Okay, so let's look at our graphs here. We're going to plot the points. So I'm going to grab this little scribble tool. And we're going to do 1, 1. So we're going to go over 1, up 1. Now I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit more. View, zoom. And then move over here. So we get 1, 1. 1, 1. Why did that happen? So if we grab our scribble tool, and we go to 1, 1. Alright, and then we're looking at our next point is 2, 3. And we can already see that if we connected those 2 points, and I'm going to switch over to the line tool, connected 1, 1 to 2, 3, it's not going to go through the origin. It's going to miss, because it's going to go, every time we go over 1, we go up 2, so it's going to hit like right here. It's going to miss the origin. So this one is not proportional. Now we could grab more graphs, but every time we're going over 2, we're going up 1. Or sorry, every time we go to the right one, we go up 2. So it looks like this line, 2, over 1, up 2, over 1, up 2, and it continues. So it's a line. The problem is that it doesn't go through the origin. Let's check this one. Well, this one, it looks like the bottom number is always twice the top number. So if we draw those points, -3, -6, all the way up to 5, 4, 8, because we ran out of space there, you'll notice that it's straight and it goes through the origin. So this one is proportional. Alright, so our goal here is explain if they're proportional or not. So this one is not proportional. And why not? Because it doesn't go through the origin. Example 2 is proportional. Right? Because it's straight and goes through the origin. Let's look at our third example. Alright. So it looks like the numbers double every time, just like they did here. Actually, no, they're getting cut in half every time. So it's 2, 1. So again, if we draw that graph, 2, 1, we're going to go over 2, up 1, over 2, up 1. And we get something that looks like that. And if we trace it back, it's going to go right back through that origin again. So it's straight and it passes through the origin. So it is proportional. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can take a look at this next one. And we're going to look at these examples. And we can say, use your understanding of proportional graphs to answer the questions below. The number of feet in a yard can be represented by the graph, which of the following best represents y, the number of feet in x yards. So 1 yard is 3 feet. Hey, that one matches up there. 2 yards is 6 feet. So it looks like our answer is B. Whereas this one said 1 is 6. This one said 3 is 12. This one says 1 is 6. All right, let's look at question 5. Which of the situations best describes the graph to the right? Notice that when we go through 1, it's at 12. Each smoothie costs $3. Well, 1 would be $3 then. A runner can run 6 miles in an hour, so you would think 1 hour would be 6 miles. There are 12 cookies in a dozen, so 1 dozen, 12, that matches up. It takes 6 hours to travel a mile, then we would think 6, 1. So, it looks like the answer is C. Alright, so now you have an idea. You know that proportional graphs have to be straight and go through the origin, and thus, if you can graph something or see the graph, you can know whether it's proportional. Otherwise, you can graph a proportional by knowing 2 points and connecting the line and saying, hey, here's all the other points that I can get data for. So we're going to use this information to go either from graphs to get information or to take data from tables and make graphs, and then we're going to be able to compare different graphs and learn some more information.